Welcome to Pain and Gain. Very first episode, I got my lovely guest, Vron, Veronica Ford.
Yeah.
A very intellectual, very TikTok influencer. And guess what we're gonna do? I'm glad to have her on the show. Tell us about yourself, Vron. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm great. Welcome to Pain and Gain.
Well, thank you for having me.
No problem. Welcome to us. Tell us about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Tell us the fans about Pain and Gain and where you come from. Like, who are you? What is Vron? Who is Vron?
Okay, well, I am from Selma.
Okay.
Moved to Huntsville when I was young. Pretty much got a name for myself, going to different schools and summer camps. I grew out of it, and I started going to college and started doing music and started doing TikTok as of last year. And so,
hey, that's where we at with it. Yeah. So you just mentioned that you're from Selma, right?
Yes.
Tell us what it's like growing up in fucking Selma. Selma, Alabama, which got a lot of history. You got the Martin Luther King. We have, what's the bridge called?
Edmund Pettus Bridge.
Edmund Pettus Bridge.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It has a lot of history behind that, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It had the march through there and a lot of segregation, this and that. Like, please tell me what it's like growing up in Selma when you grew up in Selma.
When I grew up in Selma, I was more on the countryside as far as being raised. So I was raised in Perry County, but I did go to Selma City Schools.
Okay.
So
you did a lot of fraudulent shit to go from one school.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Selma City Schools, now living in the city, is a whole lot different from the county.
Okay.
The county, you got farms. The city, gang banging.
I've been there.
You know what I'm saying? So, at that time in school, hey man, you gotta defend yourself.
You gotta defend yourself.
Gotta do what you know.
So, was it violent being there in Selma or something like that?
Yes.
Very?
Yes.
All right, walk us through that, because for somebody that's from a big city where it's very violent at, give us something how it is down in these country towns where we just like thinking like, oh, these some just hick folks, but it's really just on some like, because as I came down south, I realized it really wasn't just, they might have sound different, but really had a lot of things the same going on.
Yeah. I mean, it's, put it this way, down south like that, it's a lot of stuff you're not going to get away with that you would up here. And that's just facts.
Okay, like, we want to touch on it, but we're not going to get into that because we're not trying to incriminate nobody. This show is not about that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what did you have to sacrifice? What did you have to sacrifice being in Selma? And then you said you came down to Huntsville, right? So, what did you have to sacrifice, like, being in that context of being in Selma? Matter of fact, before we even go into that, how was your education and upbringing?
Education upbringing, it was a lot different. I did used to live in Florida. So when I moved back down south, education was a lot different. Florida was more higher than, down south.
Down south as in Selma.
Yeah, as far as in Selma and Montgomery and, Birmingham. So it was a lot different.
Slower or faster pace?
It was very slower. Like the south is slower than up north.
Most definitely. So, as that being what that was, and you being in Selma, like I said, I've experienced Selma just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I've witnessed it, this and that, that and that. I can see that it has a lot of struggle at Selma. When I say struggle, I see that the poverty line is a little low. And like what I'm saying to you is that, how are you coming out of that?
Coming out of that, I moved.
Moved.
Follow my mama. She, started back going to school here in Huntsville and working. So when she got situated up here, she came and got me, and I came to Huntsville and started going to school up here. So I moved to Huntsville.
Okay. So how was the transition for you moving to Huntsville, from Selma to Huntsville? What was that shock culture like for you?
It was a lot different. I experienced a lot of positive things. Like, for instance, the skating rink was different. You know, we didn't skate like that in Selma. You know, we would just, that was like a little.
Wait a minute. You got to give us some kind of context to that. Come on. You ain't just going to run through that shit. Give me something. Like, what you mean when you say the skate dip? Because I'm from California. Our skating rink, I'm from LA, right? So the Rolling 60s had this section, Mid-City Crips had this section, and there's this thing out there called Ward on Wheels. If you know what I'm talking about, at Ward on Wheels, over there on Pico Avenue, I'm trying to tell you, that shit was gangster. So what I'm saying to you is, what do you mean from Selma to Huntsville skating rink difference? Because we're talking about gangster shit over there. So what we talking about?
Selma skating rink, that was like the club for middle schoolers. That was the club for us, baby. Right. You know, we didn't even skate. We was dancing. Baby, we was doing it all.
So you didn't have to have no fucking skates on.
You didn't have to have no skates on. It was no such thing as fancy skates and none of that. Baby, we put on our best fits just to go to the skating rink. Like, we finna have a time of my life. You gonna fight, you gonna dance, whatever. Your parents gonna pick you up, whatever. Huntsville was
Where you get that bruise at, son? Where you get that bruise at, daughter? Or this and that, that and that. Picked up from the skating rink. Like, y'all had all night skates or anything like that?
No, that was the difference. We didn't have, you can't have no all night skating sale.
Oh, shit.
Hell no.
Somebody gonna get hurt?
Somebody gonna get hurt. Somebody gonna get pregnant. like, no. Your parents gotta come get you. Skating rink closed at, I wanna say like 10 or 11.
Oh, shit.
Selma did not play that. The whole city was shut down at a certain time. You gotta go home.
Okay. So Sister City was shut down at 11. And you experienced that, you had that. So like high school, well, you went to high school down there, right?
I went to high school up here. I moved right
So we talking about middle school area, right?
Yeah.
So okay, fast forward to high school. High school.
Skating rink days.
No, not skating rink days. High school just transitioned from, like, say, we're transitioning from Selma to Huntsville, like culture shock. Now you're in Huntsville. What is it now?
No uniforms.
No uniforms. You didn't need them.
No. Selma, you had to wear uniforms.
Okay.
Yeah,
Was it for poverty line issues, or was it just because of?
You know, regular uniforms for schools. It's just, you know, to not discriminate the kids,
right?
Bullying or having to worry about who wearing what game you repping, and girls wearing tight stuff, and you know, boys. Uniform was the best thing.
Yes, and where I come from, that was segregate because, like I said, it's different hoods, so they didn't want that kind of balance going out, blase. But you will see that other people will kind of like tweak their kind of like.
You wear your color shirts up under your
under your uniform.
Under your uniform, under your shirts.
You had to wear skirts?
No, if you did, it had to be knee length. You had to wear khakis, white collar shirts, or whatever color, you know, school you're going to, you got those color shirts. Right.
Yeah. To fit in with whatever school is dealing with.
Right.
Okay. So, what's the biggest difference as in being in versus Selma to Huntsville that what really triggered you?
What really triggered me was
like when you start coming into your own, like, because you know we start really coming into our own like in middle school, but in high school you really start really figuring out. Like, but you know when you leave high school, that's when you really figure it out. But when did you start coming into your own as far as when you came up here? Because obviously it's a little different when you transition from another, but you start growing up a little bit faster than the person that's been staying in the same sexual situation.
I came into my own when I came to Huntsville. When I just started fighting, just whooping ass.
You started whooping ass?
Just whooping ass. That's how I came into my own.
We some head busters?
I had to come in just like that.
We some head busters?
Just like that. I had to come in.
Knock a nigga out?
I had to.
Alright. I'm not mad.
But that's how I came into my own. Like, it's kind of like if you was to go to jail, you can't. If somebody
you going to class school.
You feel me? You can't have somebody try you and then
let it slide.
And you in a new school, cause then everybody gonna be like, okay.
Oh, that's the one we gonna slide on them.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to come a little different. You know, on the school bus when they try to push my backpack over, they finna sit there, and that's how it started. Like, no,
I'm not going for that.
I'm not going for that. So ever since then, it was just like, okay, she not going for that.
Right.
She not going for that, and I didn't.
So you're not the one to be tried,
oh,
as
no.
they would say. All right. I get that. So, do you believe in like faith and timing? Faith and timing, like say for instance, as you transition from Selma to Huntsville, was it like a calling for you? Because we're setting up your pain into game. What was that timing like?
Timing as far as like explain that a little bit better.
All right, as I'm explaining this like this. Of course, you did not find yourself at this time, but you knew it was just something about what's going on here that made you come here. Because obviously, leading from where the fuck you left from,
right?
It's something in here that said it's calling you. It's a small call. You might didn't know it at the time, but your spirit.
Opportunity, of course, most definitely. You know, my mama left for opportunity, so you know, and it was opportunity here. You know, different environment. You have to adapt to different areas. Right. So I can adapt in Selma with that type of environment, whether if it's the hood, whether if it's the country. Now I'm in a whole nother city and I'm adapting to, you know, more Caucasian people. Right. I lived in a trailer park with Hispanics. You know what I'm saying? So
you had range.
Yeah. You know, so it's just opportunity. You learn people, you learn how to cope, you learn how to deal, different type of struggles, different type of hustles. You know, so it was opportunity.
When opportunity arises, you know what I'm saying? And we all catch a little thing. So what was your influence once you caught that opportunity that arose for you? Like, say, for instance, you got, let's say, out of high school. And you know when real life strikes you. Because real life strikes everybody if they leave high school. It always do. It don't matter if you actually left school or dropped out or graduated. You might went to college, this and that, and that's another thing. But what was it like for you when you actually left high school, when you had to really figure out your life? When you had to start coming into the real Vron. Now there's middle school Vron, there's high school Vron, but then it's like we start molding yourself to be Vron of the younger of your 20s.
Vron in my younger 20s, I'm not gonna lie, I was in a relationship.
Whew.
So I was having fun, don't get me wrong, but I was more like the home vibe. Like,
so you was a home girl?
No, I mean I was a home girl. Don't get me wrong. I always been a home girl, but like in my early 20s, and I was in a relationship. It was more so, hey, let's go to Vron house. She cooked for everybody else.
Oh, so you was like the neutral gathering site.
I was that. I'm still that, but in my early 20s, I that was more so me. Like I really
right. So you was like the mother of the hood. Yeah. A section of where you at.
Yeah, it was, you know, at the time my ex had his friends, I had my friends, so we always did stuff together. We always did like couple stuff. If we went out to like parties and stuff, you know, it was a lot different. I was in my early 20s, I was in a relationship. So just imagine being in a relationship in your early 20s versus you single in your early 20s. It's a complete
difference.
Yeah, that's where I was in my early 20s.
Ooh, man. And so, as you being in that context of, let's say, how was your dating life like? Well, I'll put it to you like this. Not your dating life, because we're getting a little bit too far ahead of that. So, I would say this. How was you being in a relationship transpire you to motivate you to be who you are today?
Being in a relationship motivated me to who I am today, because it just reminds me that I still got it. I can still care, I can still love, I can still cook, I can still spoil my man, I can still do all that. I can still be faithful.
All right.
So,
now, people, being faithful is one of them things for a great relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I'm just saying.
Yes, it is.
So tell us about that.
But being faithful,
In that context,
No.
Talking about at the age you're at being that. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about today. We're talking about in yesteryears you being faithful, because that's a different concept. Because in today's market, it's a little different from yesterday.
It is. I mean, it was actually easy even then. It was triggering. Don't get me wrong. Where I started working at a plant job. See, at first I wasn't at a plant job. I was at like Davis Bridal or the hospital. So it wasn't, no thirsty men like that.
At the hospital?
It wasn't thirsty men at the hospital. I was working in environments like that. So they weren't thirsty. Like, my coworkers were like female. I was a lab technician.
Okay.
So I'm in the lab with females, and I didn't.
So the doctor didn't prey on y'all?
Yeah. So no, it wasn't even like that. But when I left to go to a plant job in Tennessee at Goodman.
Shit.
Yeah, I was still faithful.
But
that was the same year I also became single. Okay. All right. Well, we're not going to focus on that. We'll get back to that, but we're going to not focus on that. Because that's not what we're here to focus on, like you're single or... We're not going to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we're going to step back into that, because as you being what you do, we have to just sponge upon just a little bit. Exactly, of course.
Just a little bit.
Of course.
All right, then. So, how did you get into the rapping? You know what I'm saying? I did a little research, just a little digging, just a little small digging. Heard you can fucking rap.
Mm-hmm.
So when did you feel like you can start spitting some shit?
I used to always write.
Mm-hmm. So it's like poet style, or it was just in you, just pick up a pen and pad and just start rhyming?
I started out writing poetry in elementary. My first time rapping in a studio was in the 9th grade.
In the 9th grade. Okay. So we're still in that area. So bring us around a time, like give me a year, give me a timeline stamp on that.
9th grade? Shit, what year was that in 9th grade? I graduated 2011.
Mm-hmm.
So in 9th grade, that was like what, 07?
Oh, wait a minute.
No, that was like 07, 08.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Like, see, we're not mathematicians, but guess what? It's around that time.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So that's when I first started, like, I've been writing, but my first time recording was, and I did a freestyle. As a matter of fact, I was in 9th grade.
Uh-huh. And how was that well received? Or was it received?
It was like, dang, who was that? I was nervous. I was with my stepdad. He knew a guy in Harvest, Oscar, rest in peace. Yeah, he had his friends and all of them in the studio, and my stepdad was hyping me up like, my daughter can rap.
Uh-huh.
So they put me in the studio, and I did the White Girl Jeezy remix.
The White Girl Jeezy.
Yeah, you know I keep the white
girl
Christina
Aguilera.
I did.
Yeah.
Bring back memories.
I said the Christina got them dope shit. Hey, well that's not what we own, but hey, we come from that type of shit.
Yeah.
But hey, all right then. So when that freestyle, when you was on that mic, just yeah, and like I said, everybody hyping you up. Blase. Did you feel like, was this your career or was it something
Hell
different?
Yeah.
Okay, so you feel like hell yeah. So when you said hell yeah, like, what was your next thing? Because everybody gets in the studio. You create this and that. When did you feel like, hey, I need to start sharing, liking, blah? Was even social media was a thing for you to goddamn try to push your career?
It wasn't, because then
it was just a hobby.
And then Facebook kind of was jumping, and
it was just beginning. Yeah. So we're talking about, be honest with you, we're really talking about the age of like 08, 07 at this point.
We were still on CDs.
Oh, we still pressing at this time.
Yeah. So,
you can't even find a CD player in no new car at this point.
The only thing you can do is pass out your CDs.
Right now, you really can't. Oh, you talking about at that time?
That time.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really nothing I could promote.
Uh-huh.
But what I did was I started rapping in a guy group, in a boy group.
Okay.
And with another guy.
What was that group's name?
GIB.
GIB. What's GIB stand for?
Get It Boys.
Get it, boy?
I was the only girl.
Oh shit! So you were the first lady.
I was.
Okay, so here like a Rough Riders would have Eve, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Slip and Slide would have Trina, blase. You was the first lady. How did that feel?
It felt good. I felt like Nicki Minaj. Cause Nicki Minaj was coming out then.
Okay, so yeah, it's gotta be around about 08, 09.
Nicki Minaj was coming out then. I was like, dang, I wanna be like Nicki.
Well, shit. I mean, as Nicki slammed at that time, and as she gravitate to new heights and everything like that. Okay, so when was it when you said, "Hell, all right, then I'm doing this rapping thing. Was there any pitfalls, or you feel like, well, is this not the right time, or what was it? What was it for you to just say, hey, you know what? What was the pitfalls in that GIB?
Nothing. I was really on go mode with them. We even started hosting parties and stuff, like a Jay's Special Occasion. And we called that, when we got more people involved, we called that brotherhood.
That's pretty fucking dope. That's a dope ass thing to come with something.
Yeah, so we was doing a lot then. So before I got a relationship, we was busy, on the go. But it's just like once everybody kind of graduated, that was like the downfall of it. It wasn't that I don't want to rap no more. It was kind of like... It's just like
everybody's moving and spreading apart.
Yeah, going...
And real life is starting to happen. Because some people have to come, some people will probably get into a situation and be like, well, I got a family going on right now, so they want me over here, so I can't stay out late at night, or this and that, and that.
Or we off at college. Some went to Tuskegee, some went to UAB.
So y'all spread out through time and distance. You know what I'm saying? And that can play a factor. So that, not say fail, but let's just say that went... Did it go, let me ask you, did it fail or go awry?
It failed.
It failed. Okay, so after it failed, what was your next move?
Relationship.
Wow. I'm talking about deep relationship, like you moving in?
6 years.
6 years.
We was together for 6 years.
Y'all damn near common law married.
Yeah.
Shit. Explain about common law married then, Vron.
Shoot. It's almost like a divorce when it's all said and done.
Let's not speak bad on this.
Yeah, we not. I thought we won't talk about that no more.
All right, then. Let's not talk about that.
We weren't going to talk about that no more.
Let's not talk about that no more. But see, you have to put that out there because there's somebody that's looking at you that want to do what you do and got to take on this role. Even though I have a question for that, but somebody is looking at you right now that's looking at that. Our fans is looking at this and be like, hey, man. Because y'all in a black Renaissance woman thing right now. So you have to, because I hate to say this, men are on a decline because they're not being men at this point in time.
Right.
So, and as you see, women are climbing hills, which doors been shut off to them, it's been shut off for a long time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm a man, I'm not a fan of fuck nigga free, but if I'm not a fuck nigga, why do I feel any kind of way about it?
You shouldn't.
As I shouldn't, because...
That song is for fuck niggas. You're not a fuck nigga, so...
Exactly. So it shouldn't affect me, but this is where we're this relationship. So that's why I try to open this spam up to give this to our fans, because... It's like saying like this. Somebody that's looking at this right now want to do what the fuck you want to do.
Yeah.
So it's like saying like this. So even though we're going to touch upon this once again, but it's more so like this. We're going to fast forward.
Okay.
And as we're fast forwarding this, all right, as you came into Huntsville, you done all the high school, you done got into GIB, this and that, blase. What was next after that? Because I remember, as we are friends.
I know where you're going with this.
Yeah, we know we're going with this. See, now, I used to hang out with this young lady a lot, you know what I'm saying? And there was this place called At One Fucking Time. I still have great times and nightmares about this place because it had so much fun. It's called the Finesse Lounge. Right there on Keith Street in Huntsville. If you don't know about it, they need to do a documentary about this shit, to be honest.
For real.
They need to do a documentary about this shit, to be honest with you. But But we're gonna just give you a taste on it because I'm gonna have different other guests that's gonna come on the show and talk about Keith Street and Finesse Lounge. But give me your little taste because be honest with you, you were like the lady that kind of like was facilitating a lot of things, but you let a lot of things just cook itself the way it cook itself. But hey, talk about it. Like I'm not gonna dance around. I'm gonna let you talk about it, please. Finesse Lounge, please. Cause my audience know about Finesse Lounge from. Give me that era of Finesse Lounge. Start it off. Give me the timeline stamp.
That era, that was what like 2016 through 2018.
Maybe 2016 to 2019. Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's when they left. But
because we went to it was because I just shared a memory. And when we had left from there and went to Kildare on Oakwood.
Okay.
So but the era was those two, like 2016.
Yeah, I'm talking about from everybody around the city would come up there.
After the club.
After the club. We'll go to Keith Street. Even if it was the club was going on. That motherfucker.
That was
it would be a section of people that go to the club and it'd be a section of people that stay at the house.
Everything goes.
Everything goes.
If you needed somewhere to sleep, hey, crash.
There it is.
Everything goes. I mean, it was
like, please explain because my audience know about Finesse Lounge. Be like it was like a 24/7 house party. But even when it's down period, it still was a lightweight, like a party, even in its down period.
It was a party. And for me, honestly, I feel like that's where a lot of people's identities were recognized in the Finesse Lounge. Whether you was the drunk, whether you was the party person, whether you was the laid back one, whether you was the
whatever range you was at. We found that. If you knew how to grill.
If you knew how to grill, you was the griller. If you was the one that always passed out. If you was, that's where that's where your identity was recognized. On Keith Street. You know what I'm saying? Whether you was the cool person, whether you was the bad person, whether, everything, dice games go.
Oh, a lot of dice games. I done won plenty of money, lost plenty of money.
Cookouts, you know what I'm saying? You meet people, meet faces, you link up, you got a booth thing now. Everything. Keith Street was everything.
Okay. It was. But then it was a downfall of Keith Street. Now I don't know if you want to get into this publicly live.
I think we're gonna save that, for guap.
Yeah, well, let's say that for
people
guap.
who actually lived
in the house.
At their house. We'll save that for them.
Shout out to guap. Shout out to J Finesse RIP. That's your cousin. That's your cousin. Yes. Can we speak on him just a little bit to give us like a tribute to him?
Yeah. We sure can.
And just cause how I met him probably back in 2008. The guy had to been probably about.
So you've been knowing him for a long time.
I've been knowing him for a long time. Like there was this club out here called it's right there off University by the Projects, right there by Northwood. What was that? What was the club called?
Benchwarmers.
Benchwarmers. I mean to tell you, this kid, he was a kid at the time. I was a kid too, but he was a kid. He was like 14, 15, coming into a grown people's spot. And everybody just accepted him. Like, even though if you was like a 19-year-old, 21-year-old, and say if you was like a 25, 26-year-old, you would look at Jay and be like, who is this little kid? But he never conducted because he's always was turned up, had some situation. So I would say this. I'm going to leave this spot for them.
Yeah.
I'm going a little bit too in-depth. So that's going to be another segment for our future guests. But now we're going to fast forward. We're going to fast forward about this. We're going to fast forward. Now, this is why you're here. You're an influencer on TikTok, right? You have a lot of followers. You have a lot of knowledge, a lot of game. Before TikTok, what was it that led you into TikTok?
The toxicity.
Toxicity. Wow. And we all have toxicity. It don't matter who you are. But your toxicity had to be something great because what you're doing now, let's get into it.
At the time when I started that content, I was going through some things. You know, women in your feelings and sneaky links and all type of stuff. So what better way to express myself on TikTok? I didn't think nobody was gonna pay attention. You know, I'm talking about, you know, how good the meat was and now you
cock.
You know what I'm saying? Now you don't want to answer the phone. Boy,
Guys, answer the phone,
you
man.
know, how you gonna give all that good meat and don't want to answer the phone?
If you put the pound town down,
you know what
you
I'm
gotta
saying?
answer the phone.
Like, don't do me like that. You know, then you turn around and act like you hate them, then turn around and be like, come on.
I miss you.
Come on.
I done been in all of them.
Come on over and give me some.
I done been in toxicity.
Give me some of that dangling. So I did that video. I recorded it like in the car at 9 o'clock at night. Went to sleep.
And this is your very first TikTok?
The one, not my very first one. I had did a few TikToks, even with, you know, with Petey and them. I did a few TikToks. But this particular one with that content about that dangling, that toxicity, I did that at 9, went to sleep. I woke up the next morning, I was already at like 20K. And I'm just like,
God damn.
That was a lot for me. I said, what? And at the time, I didn't even have 2,000 followers. So
it was just, because I have a friend, he's went through that, and he's got like 20 million views, but he never followed up upon that. So what was the difference between that and you?
With the views?
Yes.
He got 20 million?
He has 20 million.
The difference between that and what I had going on, my videos were hitting back to back.
Wow.
It wasn't just one video.
It wasn't like no one thing sensation.
It wasn't just one video kept going and going and going and going. It was like after that, everything I posted.
You created a following.
Was just going, and I was just like, people like hearing about that because obviously everybody going through it. Let me say something else again. And, you know, I just kept talking about the meat. I just kept talking about how I hate them, but I love them. Girl, I'm going back to them. You know what I'm saying? It was.
So that's what, cause see, that is to me. That's what I was gonna get to that question. But to be honest with you, that's what manifested you becoming a social media socialite. And as you're doing what you're doing, you're just being you.
Just being me. On there, no makeup, bonnet on. I did one video. I woke up and said, "Damn, I missed that boy." He went viral. Like,
so you was baby. You was that girl from Baby Boy. What was the girl name from? Yvette. You was Yvette from Baby Boy.
I hate
you. Jody, I love you.
Yes.
All right.
You know, and she was.
It just started manifesting. Yeah. So let me tell you this: as your first video or second, whatever that has happened, like give me a timeline of like you said you did what you did, right? And so it's like saying like this: when it comes with that, how did people treat you? They treat you differently, anything like that?
They did. At one point, I got criticized. Of course,
it comes with the game.
Of course, by the niggas. Oh, you owe me. You owe me. I'm like,
oh, you what?
Because I started getting paid for TikTok.
How do you owe somebody in that concept?
Oh, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't went viral.
Wait a minute. See, now I'm about to get personal.
Because obviously they gave me something to talk about. They gave me something to talk about.
All right.
Oh, well.
But still, there's no intellectual property. How can I owe you when there's no intellectual property?
Period.
So, okay. But continue, because this is what what you do, a lot of people want to do. So please expunge about it. Please elaborate more. Please give me a little more.
As far as with TikTok?
Yes.
Okay.
Because like I said, I'm talking about in the context of how people treated you. And I
got criticism, of course, by the niggas. You know what I'm saying? And then it instead of me talking about toxicity all the time, my content started changing too. I started talking about fake friends and everything. I'm giving what the world is going through.
Right.
So don't knock me for how you came in my life and treated me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But other than that, I got a lot of positivity.
Okay.
A lot of it.
Okay, so let me stop you right there. Do you believe that there's a black woman renaissance going on? Do you believe in the alpha female? I'm not talking about just black. I'm just talking about alpha female.
Of course. I have a TikTok doing viral talking about alpha females.
Well, goddamn it. So, you know what I'm saying? Expunge about it. Expunge about it. As you are in the black woman renaissance right now, please, because there's a lot of people that's going to be like this. As the time and date of this filming, episode 1, and you know there's fuck nigga free out there going on, and you know a lot of people feel some type of way about that, but if you're not a fuck nigga, then you should feel like this and that. But explain the ideology of this new black woman thing popping off right now. Because, see, I have my opinions, but I still want to hear it from what you got to say.
So, for me, in over 100K that can relate, men take it to where alpha females like myself, you know, we're for y'all money. We're for y'all money. We're for y'all money. That's all y'all want. That's all y'all want. It's not about that. It's the fact that we can bring what we bring to the table. And a lot of times we want to make sure that you can. You know what I'm saying? Like, because my demeanor may come off to where I'm very independent, or that I'm asking you for something, you're misconstruing it as if, oh, I'm a city girl, or if I'm saying, you know, you need to pay my bill. Shit, you know, like, pay a bill. You trying to see what I got going on, asking what I'm doing. Come pay a bill. And men would take that and make it seem like,
so they'll run past.
They'll run with it like we're not worth the relationship. That's why you don't have relationships no more.
But I'm like this. There's traditional relationships, because as the Kevin Samuels was saying, there's a traditional relationship. Then there's the modern relationship. You know what I'm saying? RP to that man, this and that, blase. We're not focusing on that, but I'll tell you like this. As what you're saying like this, I'm not talking about I agree or disagree. Because I really do agree, because I feel like this. If I'm with you, I feel like this. And I learned this from this comedian called T.K. Kirkland. Shout out to T.K. Kirkland, comedian.
Right.
If I'm with you, I handle state and federal. You take care of local.
Right. And you want to know why? You want to know why
Please.
You can agree with the alpha female? Because you got your shit together.
Yeah.
The main ones complaining are the main ones that can't even offer nothing. So therefore, as an alpha female...
Are we sizzling?
That way, as alpha females, like I had a whole lot.
Because let me ask you this. No, I'm sorry to cut you off. Because I really want you to continue. Will an alpha female submit to an alpha male?
I did my research, and honestly, no.
Okay.
Alpha males and alpha females are not a match. Because alpha males want a woman that bow down. An alpha female is not going to bow down. I'm not going to bow down. I can accommodate.
Okay.
We can be equal.
Okay.
I could be your teammate. I could be your partner. But alpha males, we want you to stay at home. I got it. No, you don't got to work. I'll pay for everything. An alpha female not going to do that. Hell no, I want to work too, nigga. I want to match your bag. I want to, you know what I'm saying? So I've learned that. To an extent, but a lot of my comments on TikTok were males bashing me for that.
And I don't see why, to be honest with you. If you got to be on your shit though.
Exactly. So my comeback was, that's fine. That just means you're not the man for me. I need a head honcho, a Dundada, a Tony Montana. I need them type of men.
So sorry to cut you off. Because I don't want you to seem like you coming after like you're gold digging.
Yeah, of course not. It's not that you gold digging. It's just I found my match. Wait, hold on. When you say find your match, you found you and then you found your value? Not your value. You found your partner.
Okay.
You found your teammate.
You're cheating because, to be honest with you, that's what a marriage really is at the end of the day.
Right.
Even if you cheating on your wife, I found a lot of people that cheat on their wife. You know how come they really don't get divorced?
Why?
Because it is. We built this. We can't break it, separate that. Now, you might go fuck this man. I might go fuck this woman. But this, what we built up, it cannot be separated because
we got business together.
We got business to conduct. I see this a lot. I don't want to put other things in the...
This is getting good.
Yeah. We open up Pandora's box. Do you want some more?
Yeah, because, baby, this is getting good. Yeah. I love talking about stuff like this.
I'm just saying, man, because to be honest with you, if you a man on your shit, you don't have to really counsel that shit. Like, do I feel like I'm a fucking nigga? Like, see, the song may have affected me a little bit, but then when I started thinking about it, when I started listening to it, I said, this don't got nothing to do with me. Because I'm on my shit, this and that. But for the ones, because I'm talking from pain into gain.
Right.
I'm talking for the people that's in pain right now. Right. Not the people that got gain right now.
Right.
Not the people that's in pain right now. Let that shit fuck with you. Mm-hmm. Please. Because without that, you cannot evolve to be something greater. Exactly. Because if you're comfortable, you're just gonna be staying stagnant until some young lady be like, because it took a young lady for me. I hate to say it. I really hate to say it. But it was probably one of the best things. Yeah, I do hate to say it. But it's probably one of the best things that ever happened to me.
Of course, because you learn.
Yeah, because she has a mother coddling thing. I already have a mother. Mm-hmm. So hearing that from another woman, it kind of hurts a little bit. But then when you go back and sit in your four-room wall and start to think, I might have jumped off on you. I might have been like, oh, fuck all that, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But then if you a real me, you're going to sit back, analyze and be like, you know what? She was right on the low. She was right. Because one thing I know, one thing as me knowing about being a man who I am, every man wants his own kingdom. But you know what a woman wants to do? When you talk about alpha woman, that's come I have to differentiate you on alpha woman. You know what a woman really wants to do?
I want to help you run the kingdom.
Exactamundo.
I want to be right there.
I want you to be right there helping you run this kingdom. It ain't that I want to take over you like a man would do. A man would be like this. Man, I'm going to help you out. But I want my own kingdom. And if I can't have my own kingdom, I'll take over yours. I want your woman. I want goddamn your riches. I want your goals. I want this and that. I want your whatever. But a woman like this, I don't want none of that shit. I just want you to be like on some shit like this. Let me know that you're basically she wants the recognition, but like shit, this and that, and you give her the recognition, she'll wear that motherfucker proud like a shield. And guess what? When anything come to you, she be like this, hey, that motherfucker said something not the way. And you might think it might not be a thing to you because that's how men talk. But you be like this, you need to watch that shit because that motherfucker may be plotting on you. That's where women come into effect at because a woman is a man's rib, right? You're a part of us. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, now as we are falling short of being men these days, alpha women, I have no disrespect to them because I feel like this. Y'all raise us, but then again, I feel like this. If you're too young to raise us, then you create a soft ass nigga. Right. Because I've seen young men that get treated, they damn near get treated like females. They be in front of them gossiping this and that. So your son is picking.
Right, and that's how you know for alpha female who's for you and who isn't for you. Mm-hmm. If I feel like, and there's nothing, because I've been in relationships where I felt like I was trying to help raise a man. To where that's why
you can help raise a man.
You know what I'm saying? I can help raise a man, whatever you want to call it, nigga. I helped you. Fuck it. You feel me? I help get you on your feet because I'm an alpha female. But that's what I learned. I learned my place as an alpha female. Like, y'all not for me.
Right.
My male that's for me, I ain't gotta teach him a damn thing.
You might have to help him.
I don't have to teach him nothing. I don't gotta help raise him or nothing because he already
that.
He that.
You have to adjust.
The only thing we teaching each other is research that we done learned about business accounts, LLCs. Babe, did you find a place to get the new car? No, babe, but I found this spot. Like, that's what we teaching each other. So that's how I knew if I feel like I'm help raising you or help putting you on game.
You're not for me.
If I'm putting you on game,
because you too behind.
You too behind. You're not for me. Because who for me? He think the same way I think.
Y'all on the same wave.
We on the same wave. We on the same whatever.
Let's do a finesse thing. Let's do a finesse thing. Yes, sir, ski. Now, see, I have to agree with you on that because as me being a man, I feel like I have to be on the same wavelength because it's a vice versa thing. But at the end of the day, I look at it like this. Shouldn't no woman be raising no man how to be a man because we're in the same ballpark. And you're already at this place. Like, why should I be tethering back? Because you're going to be running into you're going to be bumping your head just trying to goddamn help me out.
Don't get me wrong, we can still teach each other stuff. Like, I may find a man that's way above me. He be like,
that's different.
I'm going to teach you something.
That's different.
I done been through so much and learned as a woman that I can teach you something too.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it goes. It works out for each other.
All right, then. So let's keep it moving on. Let's go a little further. What is the downside of being a social media or figure in social media, kind of like the figure in the social media like?
What's the down part of it?
Yes, because there's always a down part about social media.
Everybody watching.
Uh-huh.
And main people watching be the main ones plotting.
Elaborate.
You got people who envy you and you don't even know.
So would it be people more close to you or people that's just far away?
More close to you. Your main supporters are your strangers.
Yeah, most definitely. I've recognized that. I've recognized that.
So that's the downfall because you have hope in certain people.
Yeah.
So once you hit social media, it's a little different.
Yeah, it might be, but it might be social media, but how does social media affect you in your personal life? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because even though saying that might be the case, but like, I'm talking about like your close affiliate ties, that like they treat you different or this and that and that.
I feel like, I won't say just your closest. You know who your closest, your day ones is. You know what I'm saying? It's the people who you had so high hopes for that kind of like, fuck you over. But social media, it kind of, or just anything with, you don't even, social media, I'm not saying TikTok. Social media, I'm saying like when you broadcast your business or anything like that, it actually shows who is for you because you see who shares your stuff, who likes your stuff, who comments, who helps you promote it. So social media actually shows people true colors. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So honestly, be thankful for social media. Without social media, you won't know who's really promoting your shit.
True enough.
You ain't gonna know.
So wait a minute. Can you say for people that don't even really fuck with social media, would that really take a factor in that?
I won't say it won't take a factor in it, but we're speaking on social media. So,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying from a social media standpoint, it does bring out people's true colors because you see people who's not liking your stuff, who's not sharing your stuff, but yet you can also see those same people watching your stories, watching your Instagram story. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bruh, you just was at my house and you just ate real good. How you don't even share nothing I posted or anything that I did, but you're watching me. You know what I'm saying? So social media, it pulls out the true colors.
Pulls out the true colors. Agreed upon. And when I say we pull out true colors, because I feel like this. I have my personal experience on it. You have your personal experience on it. And we have a similar personal experience on it. You know what I'm saying? Because it'll probably be like 1.3 to kind of like see your video or something like that. But then the likes will probably be like 30. Do that take effect with your mental? Because I would say this. These 1.3 views and stories, they watching your motherfucking ass. And then, not to mention that 1.3, you got to think somebody got a phone and they share that phone with somebody like, look at this. So you already got about 2K watching you, does that affect you in something?
No.
It should.
Watch me. I want you to.
Because
the views go up.
Uh-huh.
Long as I know you watching, it's cool.
So it's like good publicity or bad publicity. It's still
you watching me.
You're watching me.
You know,
you a thing right now.
Yeah, I'm the thing right now. You watching the fuck out of my shit. I don't care how many people don't like my shit. You seen it.
Yeah, you seen it. And it's helping you.
You know what I'm saying? That's why it's weird when somebody be in the store and be like, man, I just seen you made that post. And I be like, damn, he ain't even heard it, but all right.
I've thought that plenty of times.
Like, damn, but like, all right.
I've thought it plenty of times.
But that's okay. That just let me know you
popping.
That you at one point.
You in demand. You are demand.
You know what I'm saying? But it does play a role when your day, like your day ones or your people you fuck with don't. That's the difference. I ain't talking about just associates and people.
So how do you deal with that? Like, I don't want to put that really on mainstream. Just give me a little light thing about it because I don't want to like expose nothing, this and that. It's more so saying like this because everybody's got a dream. Mm-hmm. When their dream is not popping and your dream, like say for instance, let's say this, not just popping. Let's say like this, your dream happened first, then theirs, because their dream can still happen, but your dream happened first. And then it makes you dictate like, damn, wait a minute. Maybe your dream probably ain't working because you're not saying not supporting, just how you deal with life. Because life to me is about energy. Mm-hmm. If I give you energy and we be like, come on. We be like, this and that. You can get at the same energy as somebody else. And then everybody's kind of happy. I know you. Mm-hmm. You've got a aura around you. Mm-hmm. So your aura gives out great energy. And that's how come you succeed where you need to succeed at. So I'm just saying that part to just say that part. But you know what I'm saying? Just a love because, we know each other. But yeah, man, so it's just more so about like, it's not like what this and that. So what embarrasses you most about yourself? So as we're talking about what enlightens you, what embarrasses you most about yourself?
I'm not going to ask you what I be lying. Because I'm not lying when I say this. I don't really get embarrassed. Because I don't be giving a fuck.
No, I'm talking about public-wise. I'm talking about like...
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I'm talking about internally with you. Like, what embarrassed you in yourself? Like I could be this, but when I put myself out there, I was like, damn, man, I kind of fucked myself over. Like, to me, when I drink too much, get on the internet, I feel like I embarrass myself. Now, I'm not saying that with you. I'm just saying.
I know. I swear, I'm really trying to think. Like, I don't be giving a fuck. I be like, shit, fuck it, this life here, fuck it. I was on live drunk last night. Shit, rewind it. I don't know. I don't know.
It's not like so. You all gung ho, balls deep, kamikaze. Fuck how it turned out.
Because I feel like that's what my TikTok is.
Right. So
I'm just.
It's genuine.
It's genuine. It's raw.
It's 100% raw.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I picked up a few pounds.
Okay.
I poop out. Bitch, you fat too. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, at least she up there doing the damn thing.
So, and that's a really great thing because a lot of people have failed so shallow of themselves. They gotta do this and do that, this and that, that and that. But see, since you have like a light to shed that, I'm glad you're giving that out because you're bringing it back to reality.
Yeah.
You're not bringing it to, I got to be this diamond cut female, or this and that, that and that.
Like, no lie. Like, I was just in Memphis. I went to the after party, no lashes on. I lost my lashes and everything. I ain't gonna give a shit.
Okay.
I don't give a shit. Like, fuck it. You know, it's just like, what you gonna say to me? What you gonna do to me? Like, any other time, you know, I'm a have them on looking right the next time. So it's, you see me when I had them, it's okay. It's okay. I rarely get embarrassed. I can't even think of a time I have been embarrassed.
Okay. So it's like saying like this, shit, hell, you just going through the motions. You just riding the waves. Hey. Okay. Okay. All right then. So tell us what people assume about you through naked eye.
What they assume about me.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I hear this a lot. I guess that's why I'm single. But Vron got them hoes. I know she got them hoes. It's so irritating. That's like the top thing that I always hear.
It might be the top thing. Okay. Might be Vron got the hoes. But just only because you were in public eyes. Because I like people assume that I got them hoes. They've been assuming that shit for damn near almost 20 years. I mean, I didn't have my share. I didn't knock down some top notches. But I put it to you like this. How I like to have sex, I can't have sex with everybody. No. I'm freaky as fuck. I'm like, I have a Kevin Gates mentality even before Kevin Gates even had his mentality.
Bitch bend over. Ooh.
Yep. Me. But now, I'm about to goddamn get married, this and that and that type of shit. Yeah, but still at the same time, it's just saying like this. It's like saying like this with you. Because I don't feel like a man cannot match your energy unless y'all on the same level. Like, I don't want to put another man's situation. So I was just watching some shit earlier today. Right? It was out, some pastor there that was out here in Huntsville.
Oh, Lord.
We're not, hey, edit that out. But we had a pastor around here.
Everybody talking about it.
Yeah, everybody talking about, I seen the video today. I actually watched the video today.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. And then I knew the chick he was fucking with, this and that, blase, whatever, blase. I don't want to say her slogan because I don't want to give her out of there. But at the same time.
That's what you should bring on the show.
Hey, we gonna get her on this bitch.
I ain't talking about her.
You set that up. But anyway, I'll put it to you like this. As me being a male, I'm team male. You're team female. But still at the same time, I have to say, well, right is right and wrong is wrong.
Right.
Like, because I still believe in traditional. Only if she is doing what she's supposed to be doing. Because, like, I remember a time in life when females were twerking, that was like, strippers were like a taboo thing. That like, you just bouncing your booty was in a club, like, not saying a juvenile era. I'm talking about the era like, where like, at 2 o'clock in the morning, the slow music come on, motherfuckers is like, this is like 04, 03. You don't see that no more, 04, 03. It just, the last song come on, goddamn, it could be goddamn Honey Brazy, goddamn, at 2 o'clock in the morning, goddamn, we just leave on that note. I'm not that nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's where I love being old at. This is the fact of I like being old. Because I'm like, I still want to court a woman.
Man.
I still want to court a woman. I be like, hey, you look good. Let me buy you a drink. And not sitting here trying to just fuck you.
Right.
I just want your conversation so I can find out. And even if we just walk off, we ain't got each other's number. And then the next time you see me, it's just like, I remember you. What's up?
And they don't do that no more. They think, you act like I'm supposed to buy you a drink. It's not.
No, it's not that.
You're not.
If you read the 48 laws of power, look, dudes, not even talking to me, dudes, you read the 48 laws of power. I forget the law number, but the art of courting, you will never fail just the art of courting. You will never fail at all. Now, my G, back to this.
Okay.
I got this segment right now. I'm about to put you on something. This segment is called Put Me on Game.
Put me on game.
Put me on game. Now, since you be the first episode, you're going to receive this and you're going to have fun doing this shit, right?
Let's go.
Okay, let's goddamn get into it. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. They're or, if, or questions.
Okay.
All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
YouTube or Hollywood? And elaborate. Don't stay too long, just elaborate. And it's just your opinion. I'm going to probably say something, but it's your critique. I'm not going to try to falter it or try to deter you from it. It's just whatever it is. YouTube or Hollywood?
Right now in this era, YouTube.
YouTube as far as 2022?
Yes.
Elaborate.
You know, Hollywood, that was fun. We had movies to watch back then.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not saying nobody goes to the movies for it, but we not really on movies like that right now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, we got hood movies on Tubi now.
What? My movie's on Tubi right now.
You know what I'm saying? There's good movies, but YouTube, social media is killing everything right now.
Right.
Yeah.
So you would prefer YouTube over Hollywood?
Yeah.
But even though YouTube probably won't pay the check like that, Hollywood probably pay the check, but you really prefer YouTube?
I prefer YouTube.
Okay.
That's where your reality shows can kick in sooner. Like you can get your own reality show.
So you can manifest to get more gain versus just getting one lump sum check.
Cause you know
you can't even own the product.
Right. You know how far you got to go to get to Hollywood?
You do. Now I'm from the area of Hollywood. Like I'm not from Hollywood, but I lived around the area. Like how where I was raised at. Like I'll say like this: you could take shop, home ec, or drama. So I took drama, and of course it helped my acting chops, this and that, blase, for to go to Hollywood. But to be honest with you, man, where we at right now, YouTube is where it's at.
That's what I'm saying. So you did your acting stuff. Mm-hmm. I did my acting stuff. Mm-hmm. So it's like I would love to be in a movie.
Uh-huh.
But the views go up.
Hey, it paid dividends, right? Okay. All right then. Let me ask this question now. Now my second question would be California or Florida? What would you rather reside in? Florida. Explain.
I love Florida. Miami. I've been to Miami like 6 times.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. The vibe is different. I've never been to Cali, so I really can't
elaborate
too much. Uh-huh. But the vibe, Miami just like Florida, period. I used to live in Pensacola, Florida. Florida just I don't know, everybody just friendly.
It's more so everybody's in what they call that, trunks and just, you know what I'm saying? It's just out there like
just
gun laws are greater, blase. So versus weed versus guns, which one, you just basically what you just said. Rather have guns versus weed?
I don't smoke weed, I'm an alcoholic. So just give me my pistol. Give me my pistol.
Yeah, my mama, blah, blah, blah.
I don't got smoke weed.
Put some fire on that shit.
I'm good on that.
All right then. Okay. The next one would be this: love or loyalty. Both of them are powerful. Both of them have what they do. Which one would you choose?
I'll say love, cause loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
You fuck somebody over. It's you can get over a heartbreak.
Yeah. You never forget it, but you get over it.
You get over it, but that loyalty.
So love over loyalty?
I feel like love over loyalty because
you have to explain, because majority of people probably could choose loyalty, so you got to really explain this.
Love, to me, love is like genuineness. Like, I just made the word, but it's genuine. I love you. If I say I love you, I mean it. I love you.
You have gotten them scorched the earth to come find or protect you or be with you.
Because you'll do anything for love.
Yeah,
I love you so much I won't leave you stranded. I love you so much I give you my last. I love you so much. Like people, this generation has fucked up the meaning behind loyalty.
Yes, they have.
I don't want to say I'd rather have loyalty, because you claim you're loyal to me by certain things, and then you be an Indian giver. You respect things out of return, but when you do it out of love, you don't respect it. You don't see no repentance. Right, because you love me. I love you. I'm not expecting you to do anything for me in return. You know, people who have loyalty towards somebody, you feel I was loyal to you. You supposed to do this. No, I love you, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just people messed up loyalty so much that I don't even want it. I want love because I know because if you love me, you've experienced before your heart being broke. My heart been broke to the point that I don't want to break your heart.
Damn.
You know
You
what
just
I'm
put
saying?
me on
So-
pain into gain because be honest, I'll probably say loyalty. To be real with you.
Oh.
So, but you open my mind and the viewers up to something different.
You know how many loves you got? Unconditional love, all type of loves.
This is
Loyalty,
real.
they done messed that up.
Man, what? It's kind of like a flash in the pan at this point. Okay, so let me go to the next question.
All right, come on.
Would you rather have well, I can't say to put a number on it because different marks are different things. Would you rather have a house or a luxury apartment being in your situation?
A luxury apartment.
Okay, explain why.
As of right now, like
As of right now. We're talking about as of whenever this date is shot. Why would you have a luxury apartment?
Okay, a house. I think of family. Kids, marriage. You know, stability. Luxury apartment, just me, my fancy ass dog, and whoever I'm dealing with at the time.
So what about the views?
The views.
We talking about you want a 90th floor. We talking about you want a 78th floor.
It's just nice.
Yeah. Beachfront or city view? I'm a city view nigga. I'm a city view nigga.
City view.
So you see the city movie, you be like, damn, I want to get some money.
You know what I'm saying?
The beach might be like this.
Just relaxing.
I'm like, all right, cool. This is where I need to be at. But city view is like this.
Especially if it's just you.
Yeah.
If it's just you, what you want a house for?
But see, you be from Selma, I would never expect that from you. You know how come? But I see the growth of what you do. And one day when you have your luxury apartment, I want to come over.
Yeah. Once upon a time, I wanted a house. I used to live in a house. It was too big.
It was too big?
I like my 2-bedroom, 2-bath.
2-bedroom, 2-bath.
Granite countertop.
Hardwood
floors.
Man, I'm trying to tell you.
I like my apartment.
Man, you feel me? Look, you might upgrade it, goddamn, and get you a whatever kind of TV you want, goddamn. But you know what the view is? When you open up that motherfucking door on them blinds, and you see the scene rotating the movie, it gives you a different kind of motherfucking feeling.
I wake up to some money.
Yes, it make you want to wake up some money and get some
time for a video shoot.
Yay! All right then. Last question. Being mute or deaf?
Who came up with the questions? Being
mute or deaf? Because I put it to you like this.
I got my answer already.
You got your answer already. Only reason I asked this question because like this, it can't just be all goddamn rainbows and cherries.
Right. I got you. You ready for my answer?
Please.
Deaf.
Deaf? Why?
No. Mute. I'd rather be mute.
So no speaking. You can't hear. You can't speak. Why?
I'd rather hear than not speak.
Because you.
No. I'd rather not speak but hear. I said that right. Okay.
So why?
Because sometimes it's just best to shut up. Quiet you are, the more you hear.
God gave you how many?
How many with senses?
No, God gave you
ears.
How many he gave you?
2.
All right.
So I would rather.
Which mouth he gave you? How many mouths he gave you?
He gave you 1.
All right. Now I'm just saying this and that because somebody else may think different because words can cut different.
Nah. Let me hear everything. You find out everything when you quiet.
True enough. But you might got somebody that I've got people like this. I know pimps. Pimps goddamn they can sway the fuck out of you. So.
But that's just you as a person. And if you know your words.
Yeah, you know what good where you
know
good
what I'm
at.
saying? You know your words ain't to cut nobody, or even if they do cut somebody, but it's cutting you out of love because you need that raw shit. You need to know you wrong. You know what I'm saying? So, what would you rather? Would you be mute or deaf? Which one would you be?
You asking me?
Yeah.
Me personally, since I don't have the gift of gab, I'd rather be more I'd rather be more mute than deaf. But if I had to get the gap, I'd rather be more deaf than mute because I can goddamn trick a woman or a man out of his position and get what I want out of life. Now I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, but I will advance my advance my well-lived being. Because like I said, I'm from California, and now Memphis got their thing, how they do their thing, but I'm from California.
Okay, but if you mute, I mean, if you're deaf, then how will you hear the game plan? How will you hear your research? How will you hear all that if you're deaf? You can talk, you can finesse.
I feel like this. You got a piece of paper. You tell me what you need. I need to lead you to the next intersection. That's like my mouth will lead you to the next intersection. Like, fuck what you talk about. This is what we're doing. Because you know there's some people out there that are true leaders. So they can probably lead you to the next intersection. Purse first, ass last, blase, blase, blase. Like I can tell you this and that, that. You do this and that, that. Now, it's not going to always be the right thing to do, but if you can trust my word to lead you to the next intersection, we'll be okay. But that will be damn near our show. Pain the Game. Guess what? Vron, tell them where they can find you at. The lovely Vron, the beautiful Vron. Tell them where they can find you at, and then that's where we'll.
All right, y'all can find me on Facebook at Veronica Vron4, Instagram Miss_Vron, that's MIZZ, and you can also find me on TikTok FGG Vron. So y'all go follow me.
That's been our first episode, Pain the Game. We out this bitch. Wow.